So back in October, I took a look at a phone case that I've been using for around a month, the Mous Limitless, and I said at the time that while it was expensive, it downright saved my phone a good number of times. So 6 months later, with some pretty severe drops, what do I think about this phone case? Let's find out. So first off, for those of you who haven't seen my original video, let's take a look at what we get in the box. Unboxing this thing initially was pretty great. The box itself uses this nice pull tab open mechanism, and once open, we can see the case, all the accessories that I lost. As I said, I originally unboxed it like 7 or 8 months ago, and also the screen protector, which I didn't actually like. With the Limitless 2.0, which is the one I got, you get that TPU PC silicone blend screen protector, and because of this, whenever I go watch a video or look at some photos, the blacks would always look really washed out. I also had some sticking problems on my end, so I personally didn't end up using it. In fact, most of the time, I use this thing without any kind of screen protector whatsoever. More on that later. Alright, so now let's talk build quality. I got the bamboo one, and as we can see, this thing has taken a serious beating over the last 6 months, and it shows. I can't speak for any of the other material type ones like the carbon fiber one. I've only actually had the bamboo one, but despite the marks, it still feels great. There's also a side piece of thick rubber with a green shock absorber dubbed AeroShock, and this portion of the phone has stayed relatively mark-free in the time I've owned it. Seeing as it's pretty bulky though, does it still feel premium? Well, yeah, because of the rest of the construction with the bamboo back, and because it didn't get tatty like some of my other previous tough cases, it still feels pretty much as good as when I first got it out the box. Unlike any of the other 6-month-old tough cases I've had in the past, those things can go bad very quickly. It does occasionally get a little bit dusty inside, but this isn't uncommon for cases, so if you have a glass-backed phone, which are the phones I think will really benefit from a case like this, be sure to every once a week or so wipe the inside of the case down to stop the dust from scratching the back of your phone. Staying on the inside, we have the opening for the SIM card tool and a slot for a bonus SIM card, which is nice. And again, what's good about these is that neither of these sections are thin enough to actually take away from the overall build quality of the case. Overall, my opinion stands, the Mous Limitless is still a serious tough case, and I have very few problems with build quality. Moving on, we have compatibility. Now, in my original review, I did mention that this case isn't compatible with the Mavic Air due to this bumper thickness, and in my time since, I've had the chance to try this thing out with plenty of different accessories, and I'm pleased to say, throughout all the different accessories I've tested throughout this time, the Mavic Air controller is the only one I actually had an issue with. I've tried this with everything from official and third-party lightning chargers, adapters, and it literally has one port. How am I The space for the lightning port is ample, and so as I said, no issues here. One thing I did think was going to be an issue though, was the limited cutout space for the mute switch, and honestly, every time I want to mute my phone aside from when it's in my pocket, I have no issues. And when it is in my pocket, I simply adjust my finger position and it still works fine. As for all the other buttons, they still all work great, they haven't gone mushy, and again, well, less tactile than how the buttons would feel without a case, obviously. It's still clear when a button's been pressed, so overall, other than the Mavic controller, I can't really complain. In fact, this has probably been the most compatible case I've ever used, aside from a few of those open-ended ones. I personally don't like those because I always end up breaking them in like 2 weeks. Yeah, as I said, I put my phone cases through it. Okay, so this is all well and good. However, how well does this case actually perform? I said a month into using this case, I was pretty confident it was going to work well. However, 6 months later with over 100 drops, some pretty serious, and I have absolutely full confidence in this case. I've been using it with my all-glass iPhone 10, almost exclusively without any kind of screen protector. I did at certain points have a tempered glass screen protector, but for probably 90% of my ownership with this case, it's been with no screen protector. With my previous ownership of all-glass phones at this point, I've consistently broken the screen, and this isn't because they're poorly made. I mean, let's be honest, to say I'm uncoordinated is like saying Isaac Newton did some physics, or Thomas Telford laid some bricks. Just to clarify, this video is 100% unsponsored. I didn't get a review sample either. I paid for this thing on Amazon with my own money, and I'm honestly amazed at how well it works. Now, I've never been to one of those crane drops before. All my drops are in everyday life, but because there were so many of them on pretty much every surface available outside a lab, I'm probably more confident in this case now after my 6 or 7 months of ownership than I was when I saw them drop it from space. Lastly, we have price point. Okay, so first of all, these cases are expensive, ranging from about $25 to about $50. So there is definitely a premium price on these cases. However, a brand new iPhone 11 Pro costs around $1,000. As I said, I've dropped my iPhone 10 over 100 times with this case, and from many of those drops, this case has undoubtedly saved my phone. So personally, I think I got my money's worth on the first drop. All right, so finishing it off now, would I recommend this case and who would I recommend this case to? First of all, yes, I do recommend this case, and I personally recommend it to anyone who likes their gorgeous premium glass phones, but realistically isn't that good at not dropping their phone. And despite the high price point for a phone case, I absolutely think it's worth it. All right, guys, so that's it for today. As always, thank you for watching. Remember to like the video if you want to see more content like this and smash that subscribe button. I'm done for now, and I will see you guys in the next one.